Hello friends, welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about how to create swipe to refresh feature in our Android application. Now, many times we come across some requirement where we might need to refresh the data which the user is seeing on our screen. For that, we might employ some automatically data refreshing logic using timers. But that might not be sufficient because we should also give user an option to manually refresh that data. And that's where swipe to refresh layout or feature becomes very useful. We have already seen this feature in many of the applications, most probably in the browsers, where we just swipe from top to bottom and the small progress bar comes there rotating and the page is refreshed. Now it's time to implement that in our own application. So let's get started. Now here I am in a project where I have just implemented a few things. Let me tell you what I have implemented first in this project. This is the activity main activity activity underscore main file. In that I have implemented this recycler view, and we'll be implementing swipe to refresh functionality on this recycler view so that the recycler view elements should be refreshed. And here I have added one floating action button. Just two things I have added here in Kotlin file. Let me open that. And here I have created just a product list, mutable list of products. So this product is a data class having only three fields: ID, name, and price. So this data class will be uh, act as an object. So and I have added few elements, few objects in our list, in our product list. These are the list of objects I have already added. Total 6 objects we have added. And here I have created a separate method named as initialize recycler view, where the logic to initialize the recycler view and attaching the adapter to it and submitting the list is everything is enclosed. So this is the method we are setting the adapter equals to product adapter. Layout manager we are going to use as a linear, and adapter to the adapter casting we are submitting the final list after adding those elements. And now I control click on this products adapter. So this is just the adapter for the recycling view, and this is this coming from the list adapter. So I have already we have already seen that in our recycle view tutorial. If you don't have idea about recycle view, then I'll provide the link in the description itself for the recycle view tutorial. You can just go there and watch it. So this is a basic implementation of the recycler view. So I have done that already in our project to reduce time and focus mostly mainly on the recycler view, sorry, swipe to refresh layout. So here we'll be going to implement swipe to refresh layout. And now here we want to enclose the recycler view in this swipe to refresh layout, so that the swipe to refresh layout should be accessible as a parent of the recycler view. So let me here write swipe to refresh, and you don't need to add any dependency mostly for this. uh, Width as a match parent and height also I'll set as a match parent. And now I'll enclose this recycle view inside this swipe to refresh layout. Yes, I'll give this an ID, swipe refresh layout. Okay, and I have already given this an ID as a RV underscore products. RV stands for recycle view, and that's it for the XML file. Now I'll go to the Kotlin file for this implementation. So at the top, I'll declare one variable as let init where swipe refresh layout, and here I'll initialize that sorry, not here. Swipe refresh layout equals to find view by ID r.id dot swipe refresh layout. Yeah, so ignore this error. This is just some problem of my ID. Now an interface we need to implement in our main activity. What will happen once the user refreshes the swipes on the swipe to refresh view? So for that we'll separate with comma and implement swipe refresh layout dot on refresh listener. So as we have already added the implemented the interface here, we need to implement some methods. I'll control enter on this and click on implement methods. So there is one method on refresh that we need to implement. What will happen once the user swipes on that refresh view? So what will happen? We need to write a code here. So here we will first create some handler to simulate some type of delay. So I'll just click on val, right, handler equal to handler, inside this looper dot get main looper, and now handler dot post delayed runnable. This is just a delaying logic, nothing else, and I'll set this as a 3000 millisecond, that is near about 3 seconds. So I can just remove this unnecessary runnable. Here whatever should happen on the refreshing of the screen, that is swiping on the view, whatever we need to handle the code, we will be handling it here. Now I have added a one bit button here for the as a floating action button. So for what I have added that, on the floating action button, uh, we'll add one more element to this recycler views list. So what is happening now? Let me show you that in our emulator. Here application is running, and here are six number of products we are seeing in our application. So there is nothing happening if we click on this plus for now, because we haven't handled anything on the on-click list of this. Now what we will be doing, we will be adding one more element to this list in the background as soon as we are clicking on this button. Then after clicking, it will be added in the list, but it will not be immediately shown, because swipe refresh view has been, because recycler view has been already loaded with all the pre-existing elements. So if even though we have added the element, it has been added in the background, but for it to show up here, we need to refresh the list, and for that we will be using the swipe refresh layout feature. So let me implement that here. First I'll set on click lister on this one. Again I'll use find view by id, that will be a floating action button, r.id dot floating action button dot set on click lister on this, and on clicking on that I'll be adding one more product inside this list. So let's give it an id as a 7, and let's make it as a shoes, and let's say they are worth of 400. Yeah, and after clicking on this, this product list this product item will be added to the list. But we also need to now handle what will happen after the refresh. So basically we need to again call this initialize recycler view, so that the recycler view will be updated with the latest list. So here I'll be again calling this function initialize. Sorry, something is not well here. Initialize recycler view, yes, initialize recycler view, and then I'll be after this happens, I'll be calling one toast here, context as I can pass as a this, and a text as a refresh complete, and that's it. After showing the toast, some progress bar will continue to appear of the once we swipe from top to bottom. So in order to hide that refresh indicator, we will be giving some condition. If swipe refresh layout dot is refreshing, then we can just make it as a false. If it is still refreshing, we'll make it as false. Just one last thing we need to do, that is set an on-click listener for the swipe refresh layout. Here we can use swipe refresh layout dot set on, sorry, not on click on the refresh listener. So we can just write set on the refresh listener, and we can just pass as a this, because we have already implemented this interface of the on refresh listener and by calling this, this on refresh function will be called and this code will be executed. So now we are good with running the application, and I'll run on emulator and we'll see the result. Yeah, application is running. Now we are seeing the 6 items here. I am going to click on this button. Yeah, I have clicked the button. The new item has been added inside the list, but it is not showing up here. It will be shown up once we refresh the list. So I'll refresh the list here. It will take a delay of the 3 seconds, and yes, we are now able to see the shoes here. If we again click on this button, again another element of shoes will be inserted in this, and again after refreshing it, it also will be shown up here. Yeah, we are able to show it here, and we are also getting a toast as a refresh complete. So this is how swipe to refresh view is can be used in our application. So this is how we can add swipe to refresh functionality in our own Android application. It is a very simple functionality, and but can drastically improve our user experience of our own Android application. Now let's implement this feature in your own Android project, and let me know in the comment section below how this has helped you. Again, if you like this video, then please click on like, share with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss any upcoming video. We will meet in the next tutorial with some another interesting topic. Till then, goodbye, happy coding.